If my younger self could see me now, what would they recognize and what would break their heart? That's a question that ChatGPT has given us to try and help us understand ourselves better. So I'll repeat it for you, Will. If my younger self could see me now, what would they recognize and what would break their heart? So suppose it's asking, what elements of your childlike wonder have you kept and nourished and allowed to grow and flourish? And what parts have you betrayed for the sake of growth, for the sake of bettering your life, or arguably for the sake of preservation and protection?
Yeah, so my brain instantly jumps to, I know that I changed when my parents broke up. So I'm going to go right back to when I was like 8 or 9, maybe 10. And I was very naive, which I liked. I think that's sort of the thing of being a child. You are quite naive to the world.
Childlike wonder.
That's it. But there were people in my class, I used to cast so much judgment on them because their parents had broken up. I was like, oh, my parents haven't broken up, therefore I'm better than you. It's like, and then my parents broken up. I'm like, oh, but I'm still the same person. Oh, wait, maybe I shouldn't have casted judgment. I never said it to their face, but it was like in the back of my head, I was like, oh, they're from a broken family, broken home. Like it's like they're tainted goods, you know? And so, but going back to before my parents broke up, it's like, I think the thing that would break his heart is the fact that I think I work so hard just because I'm running from like all of the demons. As I don't think 6-year-old Will would be like, that doesn't seem like a smart way to go about life. Like just chill out. Life, everything's fine.
Do you think 6-year-old Will or younger Will was a bit more free? Because my perception of Will is that he puts a lot of pressure on himself and a lot of expectations to succeed or to not let himself down. Do you think maybe younger Will would not have that same expectations of himself?
Yeah, I mean, I always had quite lofty goals, but I didn't quite realise what those goals... Like, I saw... It's interesting. I was never interested in the rewards. I was always interested in, like, I just want to get to the situation where I've got houses paying me. That was from like when I was like 5. My parents told me that there was a thing where you could buy a house and rent it out and people would just pay you to live there. Like, that just seemed... Yeah, that seems great. Like, why doesn't everyone just do that? And then... So that was the lofty goal, and I was like, yeah, go and do that. And then, obviously... actually doing that, I still don't own a house. It's like I've been working since I was 20 years.
Do you think that would break younger Will's heart though? Or do you think that's just something he would be proud that you're still trying to achieve? Because reality there is that is still something they can recognize. You know, that's something that younger Will could go tangibly. I see older Will working towards a goal that I still would like to embody.
Yeah, I think there'd be a bit of respect that I'm still going for it. But I also think I'd know better. So old me would be like, yeah, but you should have just worked harder. Or, yeah, but you should have just saved more. Or, okay, but I just won't buy that Nerf gun next month and then you'll be 100 quid closer. And if you just did that for every one of your birthdays until you're 25, you'd be fine. You'd be there. Like,
so maybe it speaks to the pressure that younger Will has always felt and how it's played out into adult Will's life. Now, adult Will has this better grasp of life and how the world works and the nuances that come with it, whereas younger Will was maybe super driven and naive, didn't know quite what outside factors would impact inside goals. So maybe it is just a case of that's just the parallel there, is the naivety of a younger self, but the adult self is still working towards that achievable goal.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think I probably... So the first part, that I jumped instantly to the what would break his heart. What was the first part of the question?
What would they recognize? So what would your younger self see in you that they like and they recognize? So normally that would probably fall down to maybe core personality traits. Are you still fun-loving? Are you still outgoing? Do you still like to play with turtles? Like all these things that children just naturally... Because a child is so naturally authentically themselves, right? And it's only as we get older through life we shape and mold ourselves to what we think the outside expects of us. So I suppose core personality traits, any passions or projects that you're still pursuing, fundamental values that you still hold core and deep, and maybe just quirks in how you outwardly express yourself. So what would they recognize?
So difficult. I was such a different person. I was so outgoing. I love doing physical things. The fact that I'm not doing anything with tennis, really, I think would bug him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll probably look at myself and be like, oh no, but he's doing important things now. I think he'd be quite happy because that was always my goal. I wanted to do something important, whatever that meant. I knew my brother, middle brother, learned what a bank lawyer was at age 3 and was like, I'm going to be a bank lawyer because they make a lot of money and that's the only thing that
Your
matters.
family's weird, man. The more I hear about it, the more I'm like, these are not normal for young children.
Yeah, I mean the youngest one, he like got away with it lightly. I think he was just let be. Like you do
Younger children always get away with it more so than the eldest. That's why they're the most fun to hang around with.
Yeah, I don't know. He it's just whatever you want to do, just have fun. That's the main thing. And that, I think it was probably because my parents saw how much pressure. Well, I mean, I didn't even know really what pressure was, so I didn't feel it. When I was really young, when I was like 8 or 9, and then I think the pressure slowly increases as you get older. But I think the fact that I'm doing something that I feel is valuable, I think it would respect. Hopefully I don't know. I don't think it would recognise anything because like when I went through secondary school, I was no longer like the person that everyone knew the name of and like knew everyone and was friendly with everyone. Whereas in primary school, I really was. So it wouldn't like that about it. I think actually, if 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old me saw me now, it would be like I've got to go through a lot of stuff to get there. I think it'd be quite intimidated by what I've been able to do.
In a good way or bad way?
I think in a bad way. I would just be like, I can't do this. That's crazy.
Intimidated because it's what you've achieved is quite lofty.
I don't think what I've achieved. It's just like I don't know if I knew what a social media person was back then. Maybe I did, or I understood the idea of fame. It'd be like, yeah, that would be cool, but it was never like the goal. The goal was always buy a property. And this is, for me now, it's like my fastest route to get there. It's just easier for me to be an idiot on camera and earn money than it is for me to work a 9 to 5, which I don't know if somebody else lived my life. I don't know if they call it easy, but for me, it's easy.
It's whatever makes you feel most comfortable, really, isn't it?
That's it. So, yeah, I think they'd be underwhelmed by the day-to-day grind, but yeah, it's so difficult because I automatically want to, I'm trying to think like I think, but I've trained myself quite in a rough way to be like, no, you can't be free. You can't just do whatever you like. Like it has to be a plan because if you don't have a plan, you're just going to go all over the place.
Do you think maybe that's the discrepancy between younger Will and older Will?
Yeah.
Maybe younger Will would have been more like, be free, live life, get out there, make some mistakes. It's okay. It's all good. Whereas older Will's like, absolutely not. You get one calculated mistake.
Yeah, I had no influences in my life that were like, be free. All my influences were earn money. Let's do it. And that wasn't told to me. That was the role models I had. It's like I was always able to see through the facade of something and see like, okay, are you actually doing something? Like the owner of the tennis club. I never wanted to be the tennis coach. I wanted to be the owner of the tennis club. I remember even asking the coach when I was 13, like, hey, if you're going to chuck these tennis rackets out, could I have them just in case I set up a tennis club? It was like, that was always the way I thought. Always.
So do you think there's any unfulfilled dreams from younger Will that older Will has not achieved? So if we're looking at what would break their heart, unfulfilled dreams, loss of innocence, broken promises to oneself, maybe. Just, I feel like what would break their heart is, as upsetting as it sounds, is the shaping of life on a young human.
That's it. I think we like everyone has to go through it. That's the thing. It's like you can't. I mean, if anyone is able to hold on to that childlike wonder, then that is great. But you're also seen as a very naive adult.
This is it. That's the catch-22. Is some people do hold on to that childlike wonder, and people go, "Oh, that's really cute. That must be really nice for you." Yeah. And they almost look down on it a little bit.
Definitely.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
So, do you think your younger self would recognize more than what would break their heart, or do you think more would break their heart than what they would recognize?
I honestly don't know. Honestly, don't. Which is really sad because it means like I haven't lived authentically to who maybe I should have been. I think if I'd had more influences, like for example, if adult Connor hung out with kid Will and you were my influence, like I think I'd be a lot freer. I'd be like, oh, you know, it's fine. I can go and do this other stuff. But I don't. Wherever the idea came from that the goal was just to make as much money as possible, I think I just went to out-own my parents. I don't know why, but I did. It's
Sometimes seeds get planted and we don't know where they've come from.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't need to know where they've come from because life is ultimately a huge journey. Right now, you can see the difference that life has had from when you were younger to where you are now. And sure, it's still maybe on the same journal, but it's been nudged a few different ways. And I'll be curious to see what the next 10 years has in store for you. And arguably, the next 10 could be the most pivotal for you.
That's it. It could be great. I had a dream last night that I had a kid. But it was like programmed by AI. So it was like an adult. I was like, so can I just kill this kid? Because it's not... And I want a baby to be a baby. I don't want a baby to be like telling me I've done stuff wrong. You know?
Will, you've not made your bed.
Yeah.
Shut up, child.
I think it was more like, Will, you're not doing YouTube very sensibly right now.
I can see 5 different outcomes you should have had rather than this one.
Yeah. That was a bit weird. Probably shouldn't dream about killing babies, but there you go. That's what I did.
Do you think dreams have any bearing on what's going on in the subconscious? Because dream science is deeply disputed.
I think so. I think it's your brain processing things. So it's like I really want a kid, and therefore that might be my brain giving me a warning sign. It's like
I also think it could be your brain processing 2 different bits of information and has merged them together.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it could be your constant interaction with AI throughout your business progression and career, mixed with your want for a child, and somehow the brain's gone, I'm just going to merge these together and process them at the same time.
Yeah. Very possibly. Crazy though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about you? I want to know what your younger self would recognize in you first, if that's possible.
Would recognize me.
Yeah.
So I've been reflecting on this while you've been speaking, and I don't know how much of my younger self would recognize me, but not in a would break their heart kind of way, but in a surprised of who I've turned out to be. Because when I was younger, I think I always... How do I frame it? I put certain people on a pedestal of people that I deemed to be cool and outgoing and had done cool things. I was always not infatuated, that's maybe the wrong word, but idolized certain people in my life for different traits they embodied.
Yeah.
Whether it was like passion or motivation or sports prowess or the way they acted, interacted with people. I idolized different people. And I'm curious as to whether younger Connor would idolize some of the things that older Connor embodies. And that's not to say that older Connor now is ineffable and this incredible person, but...
Well, I think there's an argument for it.
Very kind of you. But I wonder if there is elements that younger Connor would go, you know what? I don't know quite what I was expecting, but you've turned into something awesome. What younger Connor would probably break their heart with is younger Connor was extremely sporty. Any sport that he wanted to pick up, he could do and do well. I had trials for a professional football team. I done so many cool things with sports.
I didn't realise you were good at football.
Yeah. I can't stand football, ironically, which is really funny. I didn't get into the professional team because I was too short. Didn't have like the strength of the rest of the people in my sort of age group, which makes sense. At the time, I took it really hard, but now as an adult, I'm like, 1, makes sense. 2, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been small. So
do you think that's why you hit the gym so hard these days?
It's definitely a part, yeah. It's definitely a part. I remember once, something that happened quite recently. I worked at a place and there was this other guy called Connor. Same height. But for me, like, I feel like I fill out my frame, whereas he was quite weedy, quite, like, nerdy and very thin. And someone once went, oh, like, Connor's, they're practically the same hair, same build. I was like, hold on. I was like, don't you dare. So that bothered me. Yeah. I think the size does to an extent, but also I quite like the frame I'm at because I'm quick, I'm fast.
Yeah. All the things you were when you were younger, ironically.
Exactly. So I'm still all of those things, but younger Connor was extremely sporty. And I think they would be sad that older Connor now doesn't do that. Sure, I do gym and high rocks and CrossFit and all that kind of stuff, but I loved team sports. I love being part of a community and trying to get back involved. And maybe I might do that if I feel more settled in one location. I looked into maybe starting like one of the Sussex Thunder, the NFL American football team.
I looked into that as well.
How could we should do that? That'd be so sick.
We just get battered.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what are the words? I've got a black eye.
You'd be the receiver. That's what you'd be.
Do you think?
Yeah,
you don't think I'd be a quarterback?
No, you'd be a receiver because you're quick and you can jump. So you'd be the downfield threat. That's what you would be. 100%.
I don't know. I've got an arm on me though.
Yeah.
I won when we threw stones into the sea.
That's true. Quite
substantially as well. It wasn't just a little. But it's because of my tennis serve. It's like,
true.
It's all transferable, and that's speed as well.
QB. I definitely wouldn't be a QB.
What would you be? You'd be a receiver as well, would you?
I feel like I'd be a running back or a slot receiver. Like someone that's just
somebody receives it in the slot.
Absolutely. But anyway, we're going off topic. Yeah, younger Connor definitely liked his team sports. What would break their heart? I think younger Connor was very innocent. Younger Connor always had a big grin on his face and wanted the best for everyone. I think he would be pretty upset to know that older Connor at times can be pretty cynical and pretty down on himself and short and snappy, as I said earlier today. I think younger Connor always tried to be upbeat and positive. And unfortunately, I think older Connor's been a little bit beaten down. And there's times where older Connor does walk around and feel really great and help people out and let me come here shopping, let me hold the door for you, like chat to people here and be like super charismatic and charming. There's other times I'm like, I can't do that. I can't talk to people outwardly in public. I can't smile sometimes. So I think that's a lot of what maybe younger Connor might struggle with. But again, I do wonder how much of younger Connor wouldn't recognize older Connor, because I think older Connor's gone in such a different way to where I think younger Connor expected. Because younger Connor, I think, very much expected stereotypical, like, house, 2.5 kids and a dog, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And older
legs walking around.
Yeah. Come back here, Johnny.
No, that's my kid's name.
Yeah, true, John.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry. So yeah, I don't know how much. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things about older Connor that younger Connor just maybe wouldn't even recognize, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. No, it shows growth, doesn't it? I think if there isn't something they recognise, it's like expanding horizons and all of that. What's really interesting, that the way the question's phrased is, what do you think would make them cry? It's like, the crazy thing is, like, 6-year-old Will could still cry.
Isn't that interesting how, as children, we have no inability to feel emotions, but as adults, it feels a lot harder, scarier.
Yeah.
An inability to.
Well, so much being an adult is like making sure you're in control of yourself. It's like kids don't have to worry.
Yeah.
So.
And kids' needs are often going to be emotionally met by parents or outside stimulus, whereas as an adult, you, one, may not have that. Two, you have to you understand you have to do it yourself as well. You know, if I cry, I might just have to be the only person that picks up those pieces. So would I rather cry, or would I just rather negate that and just get on with it?
Crying doesn't help. My dad's quote.
I don't know if I like
wishes
that
I didn't
quote.
remember.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that quote, but we'll move past it, shall we? I think that's a really great start. I would encourage people to look at maybe where they think they were, where they could be going. Because you've said it before, and I really liked it, but I think you stole it from Matthew McConaughey, which is, you know, you asked me 10 years ago who my idol is, it's me today. Yeah. And if you ask me now, it's me in 10 years. I'm curious how many people try and live the same sort of mindset, which is, you know, I don't have any heroes other than myself in 10 years.
Yeah, which is actually, it's very difficult to identify what they're your hero for, because I don't know where I'll be 10 years from now. I'm excited for the next 10 years because I don't know where I'll be. It's like, so are they my hero just because they keep pushing and like I can see my own trajectory that I just keep pushing in lots of different directions? Well, I've got so many fun ideas that I just want to explore, and like I know I could make loads of money if I went down all these different directions. So it's just like, how do you weigh up the do I design a character and aim towards that person? Because I've always said I like having an A point and a B point. I'm currently at A, I want to get to B. And you need to know what that end goal is so you can work back from it and learn how you're going to get there. Or do you just not know who your hero is and trust that it will be somebody that's made the decisions to get to that point and done the best they can? It's very difficult.
I suppose it's how much do you trust yourself to make the right decisions with the information that's in front of you.
That's it. Which brings more pressure, which then brings more ability to deal with pressure. So then it gets a bit confusing.
What traits do you think you would have to exhibit to be Will's hero in 10 years?
100k a month. It's not a trait. But
No, it's not.
I want to be on 100 grand a month at least. I want to be a good dad. I want to have the house. I want to have... I don't know, I just want to be a person of the community. I think all the people that I've looked up to in my life have been tennis coaches mostly, and they've all been family-orientated pillars of the community. I'd love to be something similar. Maybe not a tennis coach, but I could still do something to help out the community.
Do you know what's ironic? I also have the same, someone that I consider a hero of mine. I'd idolise in the same sort of way that maybe younger Connor would have done. Which is, I stayed with him when I went to the States. His name's Steve Nugent, but everyone calls him Nuge. What a guy. He is a pillar of the community. He's got this rule in his house, if you have to knock, you don't belong. So you just walk in and
Wow.
he'll welcome you. You can have whatever you want, take whatever you want. But he's someone that if you needed him, he'll be there. And he expects the same back. But he gives without any expectation of getting back. He loves unconditionally. He will always give the most he possibly can. So when I was over there, we did Sunday lunch. And I thought it was just going to be like me and his kids and his family. He was like, oh no, it's going to be like 50 people. So I'm just cooking the main. So we cooked all day this like meatball dish, me, him, and a chef. A chef just came over to help him because, again, he knows everyone.
That's
so chef was like, oh yeah, I'm coming over. I'm going to help. Don't worry. And this is what I love about him is rather than being like, oh, what's this recipe? He doesn't just Google it. He asks someone.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm going to need help. And he brings them over. And he probably doesn't need help, but he's like, this is an opportunity for me to connect. So the three of us made that lunch together.
It's choosing how you're going to learn, I suppose, as well. It's learning from the community that you were in.
Yeah, this is it. And then, yeah, we cooked all day. Later that evening, about 50 people came round and they all brought something themselves. And suddenly there was this huge community in his house.
Wow.
Just all conversing and sharing stories. I'm like, that is incredible.
That's wild.
So I suppose for me, that's definitely something I would like to exhibit when I get to even older Connor, if that's possible. Is, yeah, pillar of the community, someone that people trust and look up to, without a doubt.
Nice. Do you think the younger you would admire where you are today?
I think yes and no. I think my values have changed from when I was younger to where I am now. Again, when I was 18, I wanted a house, a wife, kids. Couldn't wait for all of that. Whereas now, I don't know when it's coming. I would like it, but obviously my goals have been very different for the last 10 years. So then there's things that he would be proud of and things that he would go, wow, yeah, you've done well. But other times I think he'd be like, what happened? You know, what changed?
Yeah.
What about for Will?
So difficult to say. I feel like I'm speaking for somebody else. It's like I'm not speaking for old me. Yeah, I think so. Because I think I always wanted to achieve a lot, and I think it would be unfair to say I haven't achieved much. But the same thing, now I know my potential. It's like the delta is so much bigger on like I know I can do anything I want to now. So it's not lack of options, it's just lack of time and energy. So if I can get rid of the energy one by just working no matter what, like So I'm gonna get there. But the more I talk, the more like damaged I realise I am. It's like there's nothing healthy that I'm saying here. It's like I just want to work not eating is a great way to save time. Like
Yeah, you have said that.
not sleeping is a great way to save time as well. It's like, okay, but then suddenly you're awake 24 hours a day working, you're a zombie. It's like that's not somebody anyone aspires to be, even myself. So it's like I want to achieve stuff without paying the cost of having time away.
I think you're just in the first elements of understanding yourself. We all go through it at different points, and I think you have done it in the past, because if you hadn't, you wouldn't be able to have these conversations, because there's people in our lives that could not have these conversations because they haven't done it. Whereas you are very much, you're learning, and also we're spending more time together, and we have very different ways that we approach life. So we're rubbing off on each other, but we're definitely not doing that. We're learning from each other, and we're adopting different mindsets, and we're just challenging each other to think differently. And I don't think it's a case of you're broken. I think it's just a case of you're looking at elements in your life that maybe you might not want to improve on. I don't think that makes one broken, but I think it is interesting to reflect and say that that's not someone who even I would aspire to be. I think that's a very interesting insight, because I think I had the same sort of thing with working at this corporate job. Do I aspire to be that corporate person, that corporate douche that earns X amount of money but like sits in an office all day and has funny Teams chats and ooh, LOL.
Friday.
Yeah, and all that kind of hump day, everybody. No, that's not me. Like, that's so not me, and I don't aspire to be that.
Yeah.
So why am I doing it?
Yeah.
So it's just, sometimes you've got to see things for what they are to make changes. And then, again, it doesn't make them inherently right or wrong. It's just sometimes we see things at different points in our life to be able to implement slightly different coping mechanisms, factors to handle it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where you are right now. So that actually leads quite perfectly onto our next prompt. And I'm going to start with this one for you. What am I avoiding by staying busy?
Ooh, okay. What am I avoiding by staying busy? I mean, everything.
Define everything.
Going out, social life, spending time with my family, like holidays. Although I can't get out of the one, and I'm going to Prague tomorrow, for those of you who don't know.
You are.
I'm in Prague, actually, as you're watching this.
So what's the cost of you avoiding these things?
I mean, just quality relationships is the main one. It's like my family know who I am and I know who they are, but I don't know them because I don't spend much time. The person I know the best out of my family is my granddad. It's like I spend the most amount of time with him. That adds up and makes sense. Like I'm not a good boyfriend because I work so much. It's like I'm worried about how little I do care about it, but it scares me that my actions don't show how much I care. Like my actions are like if you were to say to anyone, like, okay, let's set up the healthiest relationship in the world, they're not going to have me in that situation working all the time and being vacant when you're with the other person. That's just not how they design it.
But if anyone holds themselves to a perfect example, we're all going to fall short.
Yeah. But I also think about who does my girlfriend want me to be? It's like, who does Soph want me to be? Surely she wants me to be present.
One, I think that's a discussion you need to have with Soph. And two, who does Will want Will to be in the relationship? So I think they're two different factors, because you never know. Soph might want you to be hardworking, driven, goal-orientated, sure, emotionally available and present in the relationship, absolutely. But those first three that I mentioned might be something that she actually finds very attractive in a partner. We don't know this until we converse, and ultimately that's what makes every relationship different. Because I reckon if you were with someone that their first thing they needed from a boyfriend was complete availability, whenever I need them all the time, you'd be like, we're not going to work.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm too much of a pushover.
I disagree. I think when it comes down to priorities, you would prioritize.
Yeah, no, maybe.
But what it's sounding like here is there is a conversation going around in your head that you very much love Soph. You care about the relationship and you want her to know how much.
I'm always worried that I'm not showing it.
Completely agree. And from someone that didn't show it as much as they should have done, or verbalize it, or do the work from their last relationship, I empathize with that feeling. And all I can say is I'm glad that you are maybe more aware of it than I ever was. Because we're never going to be perfect. But if we're trying to be better for the person that we love, that's all we can ever do.
Yeah. I don't know. It's very dangerous for Soph to tell me any long-term goals, because it's the delayed gratification thing. It's like, okay, that's the thing you really care about, because that's the big difficult thing. That's why it's a long-term goal, not a short-term goal. Like, so I'm just going to work to give you like the absolute dream, and that means the next 10 years might not be nice, but surely like if you want that end dream, I'm going to get it for you.
But then, like you said, you've got to carve those moments of love and creativity in the relationship, like going to Prague and being completely present with your partner.
Yeah, like I'm not going to work while I'm there, which is
good.
That's a thing.
As someone that, is very much knows you and how hard you work, I think that's a really good thing, both for you and for the relationship.
Yeah. And it was funny. I remember coming back from Wales and I was like, oh, I really like this. I'm going to go on holiday every month. It's like, why not? But at the same time, I seem to like whatever I do. So if I do a lot of holidays, I will really enjoy holidays. If I do a lot of work, I won't want to stop working.
From what I know about you, and I'd like to think it's quite a lot, you are not necessarily all or nothing, but you give everything to one thing.
Yeah.
And that is an awesome way to be. In no way is that a bad thing.
But life is a balance, isn't it? Everyone always
Absolutely.
says life is a balance. I can't balance. It's like if it's YouTube, it's all YouTube and everything else is secondary.
But life, unfortunately, requires sacrifice as well.
Yeah.
This is something I'm learning as I'm getting older, is I've always wanted to be the best at everything and do everything. I still, in my naivety, believe I can.
You can.
But can you?
Yes.
I can't be the best in this career that I've just decided to leave while being the best that I can at this podcast, while traveling the most I want to, while working on my body the most I want to. The four cannot coexist.
You can be the best at one of those things.
Exactly.
Which is all you can ask for.
Exactly. And that's where balance comes in, is you've got to prioritize one. You've got to sacrifice the other. So it is, again, coming to what you want to sacrifice. So what are you avoiding by staying busy is really what are you sacrificing to keep busy in one regard. And again, I don't think what you've said there is necessarily any cause for, say, red flags, because it's not like you're using drugs or alcohol or any poor coping mechanisms to avoid some big grand issue that you just refuse to look at. You just love work. You love grinding towards a bigger purpose, but I think this is just an internal dialogue you've got at the moment. And actually, I'd really encourage you to have this discussion with Soph when you're away in Prague, is you're maybe just now having a slightly different insight into what this might be, not costing, because I don't want to say that there's actually a cost now, but what the sacrifices might be. And I have no doubt that she would, one, love to have the conversation, and two, be very engaged in it.
Oh, I don't know. She seems very vacant, don't you, babe?
Does she watch these?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Soph. How you doing? You and me are the only ones watching at this point, so don't worry about it. Unless it's 5 years' time when people are actually watching.
Yeah, in
that case,
hello everyone else.
Comment.
Do you remember when I was with Soph?
At that point, comment just so we can see in 5 years' time. You can be like, wow, people actually did watch, and we can come back and laugh about this. When you're in your beautiful country house in Cornwall and I'm
somewhere
skydiving off Mount
Everest.
Okay, bet.
Has that been done before?
No.
That'd be base jumping anyway, wouldn't it?
It's not like a sheer drop off. Maybe it might be. I don't know. I've never been. Anyway,
have to go.
Yeah, I think Soph would be very open to that conversation, to be honest with you. And I think it might be a really good one for you guys to have, especially when you're on holiday, because there's no pressure. There's no anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be good. Well, my worry would just be, just do whatever you want. It's like, but that's a great response in one respect, because it's like, you can just do whatever you want. Okay, cool, then I will. But that doesn't seem right. It's like, I can just do whatever I want. Like,
that's again just communication.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't take your first answer sometimes, or what I do is I reword the question to give you a different insight.
You do.
I'm very good at it. I've learned. And you'll learn too.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
I just take whatever you say. It's like, yep, that's Connor's true beliefs. There's no...
He is 100% true all the time.
I'm not going to dig down on that one. That's like, he said it, cool, I'll hold him to that. And if that's not what he believes, he's dug his own grave. I
like it, yeah.
I mean, because also, I think the more you do that, the more people just realise they've got to say the actual thing straight away. So it saves time.
Yeah, I'm going to take your first thing you said rather than...
Yeah.
Like, would you like a cup of tea? No. Okay. Oh, did you want me to ask again so you didn't feel bad? Yeah, I get you.
What do you want for dinner? Is a good one.
Oh,
it's like, I'm sort of in the mood for an Indian, but then an Indian, cool.
Or the
as soon as the word "but" comes in, it's like, no,
no.
It's too late for that now.
Or it's the where do you think I'm taking you for dinner?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
So you think you're avoiding connection by staying busy?
Yeah. Which is strange because I like connection. I like socializing. I like all those things. I think I actually can be an extrovert a lot of the time, but I'm living a very introverted life, which seems like I'm almost living a lie in terms of my personality traits.
Do you think the more you make yourself busy, the more you feel like you have to be busy?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. I think this holiday will be great for you because you'll see the other side of it. Sometimes you have to completely step away to be able to see the counterpart.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Twitching.
I know you are.
It's horrible.
The idea of you not being productive, but the productivity is the most elegant form of avoidance because we tell ourselves it's productive.
Yeah. But because everything's so outcome based, it's like, is there a video made or is there not? It's like, I defy anybody to be more productive than me in terms of making videos. It's like, as an individual, you just can't. Like, I'm killing it. I like that feeling.
Yeah.
Like going away for 4 days. It's like, well, somebody else could have just been killing it 365 days a year.
Comparison's a thief of joy, my friend.
There's no joy in other people doing better than me, whether I have days off or not.
Why does it matter what someone else is doing? Comparison's a thief of joy, my friend.
Because I'm competitive. It's like I have
the
to
only
be...
person you should be in a competition with is yourself. Comparison is a thief of joy, my friend.
Yeah. I don't know. I care too much about what other people think, I guess. Which is interesting.
It is interesting.
Because I simultaneously don't care about what anybody thinks. Like, I think I care what different people think. So if somebody is doing something... So it's all about whatever game you choose to play, right? So the people that are doing better than me as an individual at the game that I'm trying to play, I'm going to care that they're doing better. If it's somebody that's telling me don't do YouTube, your opinion is irrelevant. It's like, I'm doing it because this is the game I'm playing. You must be playing a different game. It's like people who are afraid by somebody else working hard. It's like, I've got no time for you. It's like, wake up. But if somebody's doing better than I am with exactly the same resources, like, no, they are better than me, and that hurts.
It's this weird internal monologue that you have. You almost tilt back and forth between one side and the other of, I want to help people, want to help build people up, but no, like I'm the best. And I'm gonna be better than everyone else because I'm more resourceful, more like smart and sensible. Yeah,
I think it's the thing of the type of person I want to be versus the type of person that I feel a natural pull to be.
Who do you naturally feel a pull to be?
I just want to be the absolute best. I don't care about anyone.
So what's the other side then?
Is I want to help other people get up and be the same or better than me. That's who I want to be. But my natural instinct is, nah, stuff you. Why would I help? I'm where I am, but I've still got goals. I want to get better. It's like, and if I'm much better, then I'm killing you even more. You're even more dead. Even more irrelevant. It's like just trying to build myself up to be just like this irrefutable god of whatever I'm doing.
I don't think that would be enough for you, Will.
No, I don't. That's exactly the thing. I'd be there and I'd be like, oh, one side of me is like, yeah, but the type of person you should want to be, like who you were raised to be, is like help everyone else out. So I help other people and I enjoy helping other people. That's the other thing. I have the heart of a teacher. Like I want to help other people, but at the same time, I want to really push my own goals. And then sometimes it's nice when those two things come together, which is like you can do better by bringing somebody else with you, which is like doing collaborations with other people that are lesser YouTubers or whatever. Like I'm doing one of those with somebody on TikTok at the moment. Which I still need to send the song off to him. Something else to do today.
Well, I've got a little list for you. I'm going to send over for you conversations to have with Soph while you're away.
Yeah.
You're going to have one a night, one deep conversation. You'll put the phone up and you'll have a deep conversation.
I'd rather, no, I'm all or nothing. I just do it in one dinner. Like, right, we're going out wherever you want to go. Yeah? Okay, cool. But there's an agenda.
We're having a deep podcast type conversation because Connor's told me we need to.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Soph. I got you.
Make it look like a nice romantic dinner. Really, it's an emotionally destroying conversation.
Only for you, not for Soph.
Yeah, Soph would be fine. Like, because whatever she says is the answer.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it'd be nice to be you, Soph, actually. Now I think about it.
That prompt was, what am I avoiding by staying busy? I think that was a really cool insight into you, Will.
I want to know what you're avoiding by being busy, because you do a lot.
I do. I don't
know how you manage all your time, like, and actually stick to it in that stupid calendar of yours.
I see what you do, and I think exactly the same thing.
Mine's just luck. Every day that I get something done is a miracle.
Mine's just, a little bit more productive. So, we have unpacked this for me recently, because as we joked in the last episode, I went from, I think I'm gonna leave my job, this time next year, like December, like 26 or maybe January 27 to, I've had it in my notice, well, I can't do anymore in the span of 2 weeks. Amazing. I was so busy. I was keeping myself extremely busy for 3 weeks. I think back to back, getting up at whatever time in the morning, going to the gym, working, walking, podcasting, friends, whatever it might be. I always said to you I'd never had time to meet anyone, which is true. If I'd met someone in that time, and I still don't have time now, but I would never have been able to factor them in because I'd want to make them a priority. But I'm like, I can see you a week Thursday. How does that sound?
15 minutes.
Yeah, let me get my calendar out. I can see you when I'm driving. We can call then. And I think for me, that busyness came from a lack of fulfillment. I felt the need to keep myself extremely busy, organized, and structured because I felt extremely unfulfilled in the life I was living. I had small projects that I absolutely love and fill my heart with joy. The gym, for instance, love that. I love pushing my body physically and mentally. I keep saying to my friends when I'm doing like high rock sessions, there's a thing called like the pain cave where you're so locked in, suddenly everything just goes, like everything just starts moving. You're aware of how hard you're working, but you're just locked in. You can't. It's amazing. I'm hoping I'll get in there when I race on Thursday. We'll see. I will.
How's your neck?
Sore. It's all right.
It's all right. It's just an excuse.
Yeah.
Push through. Painkillers. That's what paracetamol's for.
Yeah.
Double dose it and you'll be fine.
Morphine. Yeah, so I love my small pursuits. Again, this is not a small pursuit, but this is a pursuit that I very much love. But the life I was living wasn't fulfilling. And I kept myself busy to avoid looking at that. And then when I stopped because I got unwell, because I burnt out, I had 2 days of just nothing but looking at that void.
Yeah.
And I thought that I would want the promotion that was coming up. Whether I would get it or not is a different story, but I thought that was the next step. And I looked at it and I was like, it's just more of the same. And this doesn't fulfill me. So how is more money, more responsibility going to? And then it was the opportunity to look and go, well, that means you'd be staying exactly where you are.
That's not fulfilling.
That's not fulfilling. I'm aware this isn't fulfilling. So why would I choose to stay where I am? Sure, there's arguments to be made of maybe if I had a partner or I was really fulfilled in like the gym or friendships or something that was really tangible. But there wasn't that. I don't feel like I want to settle in the UK, so working towards buying a house didn't feel fulfilling. So it was, yeah. Well, I was keeping myself busy to avoid the emptiness I was feeling, the lack of fulfillment. And I don't know if traveling is going to be that fulfilling void, that void filling hole, whatever you want to call it. That's the thing that's going to rejuvenate me. I don't know if it is. But I've always wanted to go to the places I'm going. I've got to do it sometime. One, why not now? And two, the worst it can be is wrong.
Yeah.
The worst it can be is wrong. Best case scenario, it's one of the best things I've ever done. My life is forever changed. I meet my partner out there. I find a job out there. I find somewhere I want to live out there. Worst case, I have a good time. Well, I'm sure there's worst cases. I can break my leg or something like that. But
God, I hope not.
God forbid.
Yeah.
The worst thing that's going to happen is, it was all right. I had fun. Spent some money. Maybe more than I should have done. But what's the worst that's going to happen?
So,
and I guess my lesson in that is just, you know what's wrong sometimes. You've just got to be brave enough to look and then be brave enough to take the steps that are in front of you, because the conversation to leave my job was hard. The conversation to tell my friends, which actually very few friends still know, but these are all conversations that are going to be difficult, but you've got to stay aligned with your truest self, really.
What I'm number one interested in, since you said it, is where of the places you're going do you think you're most likely to want to buy a house?
Philippines or Indonesia?
Nice, that was the correct answer. Well done.
No, you think Indonesia?
Yeah, because I want to be able to just fly out and say hi, Connor, and have somewhere to stay, and you know.
I mean, the idea of you possibly coming out to Bali.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna do it.
Honestly, it makes me so excited, dude. Like,
yeah, it's cool.
Could not imagine this would be unreal. For the friendships for the ages, like, it would be unreal.
Yeah, but don't forget, I'm there to work as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna get stuff done. It's not just gonna be fun.
It would be a nice change of pace for me, because I would have just had 3-4 months of doing
Yeah.
bumming around. I'll be hella tanned.
Yeah.
And I'll be ready to film some podcasts.
God, can you imagine Ella Town under these lights?
We'll have to tone down my lights and then turn yours up. You have to edit just every time it's on you, Tan.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so Indonesia and Philippines. Those are the
Are houses expensive there?
I actually haven't done a lot of looking into it, but I think a lot of people consider Indonesia to be Bali, and you can get affordable housing out in Bali. Like, similar to what you'd buy down here in the south.
Yeah.
You could get like a villa out there.
Cool. I might buy a place over there just for fun.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I go there, I'd be broken into though. That's my fear whenever I'm not like near the place.
Just get someone that's in a gated community or something. Got security on site.
Be cool. We could go house hunting while we're in. We could do a vlog on the Beneath the Noise channel, house hunting.
That would be
in the Philippines.
unreal. That'd be unreal. But yeah, that was our prompt, is what am I avoiding by staying busy? Call it discipline, but often the fear of stillness. Exactly what I said. Listen to the stillness. God, I'm smart. Alright, don't laugh. Don't laugh too much. The next prompt we've been given to discuss: which emotions do I label as wrong, and who taught me to do that? Which emotions do I label as wrong, air quotes, and who taught me to do that? I'm going to jump in and let you give you time, but I also feel like we know each other well enough to know what the other one's going to say. For me, is anger. That was the emotion I thought for years, and still arguably do, is wrong.
But who taught you that?
I think I taught myself. I grew up in a slightly volatile, slightly loud, slightly tense household. That I had people in the house that were quick to anger and quick to a sort of fiery emotion. That at times when I was growing up and through adolescence, I maybe felt unstable, unsafe, a little bit insecure, and unsure of my place. So I learned very quickly, or at least I taught myself, that anger, quick, fiery emotions make me unsafe. unsafe. So it's not an emotion I want to embody to make someone else feel unsafe. But unfortunately, that has now led me to sacrifice sometimes actually expressing my opinion. And when someone's upset me or crossed a line. It left me with an inability to not self-validate, but explain my point of view. Anger is the emotion that I was labelled as wrong. Would you like to share yours?
I don't know what it would be called. I think anger and sadness.
Mm-hmm.
And who did I learn that from? I think I learned that just from... I remember watching people in my classes throughout school who were like getting emotional about stuff, and I was like, well, that's not helping. It's like, you're still going to fail your test whether you try or not. Like, why not just skip out that bit? And then this was just I guess at some point along the way I must have learned that like failure is not an option. It's not an emotion, but it's like you just do what it takes to succeed. It's like whatever that looks like. And it like might be difficult sometimes. It might be easier other times. But failure is not an option. You've just got to keep going.
Is that another self-taught one for you? Because you said both anger and sadness were very much self-taught.
I think, again, it's just by looking at successful people. It's like, do I want to be the person that didn't achieve anything or not? And then looking at them as like they just didn't let anything stop them. And the more documentaries, the more books you read about like the life of somebody that's gone on to own very successful businesses or whatever, it's like Elon Musk didn't just decide to set up Tesla and it worked. Like, he didn't just decide to set up PayPal and it worked. It's like, you have hardship to get to that point. It's like, Alex Hormozy, 20 failed businesses before he had his first one that did well. Like, yeah, it's going to be hard work to get there. Everyone goes through failures to get to where they need to be. It's like, so failure isn't an option. You just keep going.
Do you think maybe we'd have the ability to be more emotionally available or have more emotional maturity when we stopped labeling emotions as good or bad? Because the irony is we've both said anger. You mentioned sadness. These are emotions that are labeled as bad, and I'm sure other people might label emotions that are wrong as like jealousy or envy or wrath or rage or gluttony, 7 deadly sins. But you know what I mean? Like, these are emotions that we've maybe coined as bad. Do you think maybe we might be able to have more emotional availability and maturity if we stopped ranking them as good or bad?
I think they're labelled that way because of how they make you feel. It doesn't feel nice to be angry always. Like,
no, but it serves a purpose, doesn't it?
It does, so yeah, and that's it. It's like a natural... Emotions are a natural response, so trying to outthink, like, whether something's good or bad when it's an emotion is a bit crazy, I suppose.
Yeah, you can't outthink an emotion because it's a signal to tell you something's wrong or something's right. You know, if we feel joy, it's because the thing we are experiencing or present in is good. We want more of it, so we're going to chase that. Anger is telling us that something has upset you or crossed a line that has disrespected a value of yours, and it's something to then self-advocate for. But the cost of not embodying those emotions is you're then abandoning your sense of self. So if you're not allowing yourself to feel jealousy, sadness, anger, envy, all of these quote-unquote bad emotions, you're abandoning yourself. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that if someone cuts you off in traffic, you should start flipping off and like losing your mind. You want to feel little bits of emotion here and there, because they're signals to be attested to tell you that something's wrong. And if you don't react to that signal, how are you going to know something's wrong?
Yeah. It's difficult. I think I can't speak for other people, but I think I've spent a lot of time learning to control that very thing. On like, no, it's not okay to react like that. Just quite often, no reaction is better than a reaction.
Do you think that has stunted any emotional maturity? And that's not me with a loaded question towards you. That is me as a legitimate question. If you heard me say that, do you think it would?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm incredibly emotionally stunted. But until it impacts my day-to-day life, it's like I've got no motivation to try and unravel.
Mm.
It's just there's a joy in living wrong. It's like
A willing ignorance.
yeah, I don't need emotions to still breathe. Therefore, it's fine.
Do you ever fear, and again, these are just general questions that I would ask anyone giving these sort of responses, but do you not fear that at some point in your life it might come back to like bite you one day? You might feel all of these emotions and suddenly you're just a mess.
Yeah.
More than you already are.
Yeah. But hopefully, Soph will help me through it. I'm just a future burden. But hopefully I'll be a future burden in the house that I worked so hard to buy us, and I've raised 2 kids that are going to be able to help deal with their melting down father, and
Well, no, if you've raised them, they'll probably look at you and go, "Oh, grow up, come on."
Yeah, exactly.
That's not going to help anything, is it? Where's your second business? Come on, Dad, sort it out.
Yeah, 3rd or 4th.
Or 10th.
Yeah, that's what it's that type of thing that fires me up. It's like I was instantly thinking too small.
Pressure.
It's not pressure.
Pressure fires you up.
It's not too small. It's like, yeah, hang on a second, 3rd or 4th, but why not 40th or 400th? Like, if you know how to manage people, you should be able to allocate CEOs, have a minority ownership, and have 400 businesses. There's no reason why you can't do that. Why am I not doing that? It just means I'm playing the game wrong.
That just feels like you've put more pressure on yourself for a made-up circumstance.
It's not made up. It's like I could be doing that now. I'm annoyed at myself for not doing it.
But that's unrealistic.
Why is it unrealistic?
Because name one person in the world that has 400 businesses. Or how many people in the world have 400 businesses?
Not many, but I'm not trying to be everyone in the world. I'm trying to be the best.
Yeah, I get that. You're trying to be the best that you can be. But if it's coming at the sacrifice of joy and emotion,
but they're not the goal.
Choices.
The goal isn't to be the happiest person on earth. The goal isn't to be the most joyous. The goal is to be the most successful, and that's in terms of fulfillment. And I feel most fulfilled when I've got lots of things that are working. I like fighting fires. It's good fun. Call me crazy.
Maybe you're Japanese in a past life.
Is that what they do?
They're just incredible at like their work ethic. Well, it's so bad out there that it's a loneliness epidemic. People work incredibly long hours and go back to their tiny little box apartment in the city centre. It's good. It's honourable to be working hard.
That to me sounds great. Like, there's no better scenario than like living super close to where you got to work, which is literally what I do. Like I could literally, I'm self-sustaining in this place.
You would love Japan.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the not being able to. Can you go on your phone on the trains? Is that allowed?
Yeah, you can go on your phone.
It's just you're not allowed to talk.
Yeah, you just got to be silent on the trains.
That's
rude and it's amazing, dude. Oh my god.
No, but what if you need to do something because it's important,
and then you go out to the middle bit in between the carriages?
Oh, and that's allowed.
Yeah, that's where you take your phone calls, do anything you got to do. But I kid you not, dude. Like, if you've had a busy day and you're stressed and you just want to relax, you get on a train. And it's silent, and you know it's going to be silent.
That'd be so creepy.
It's amazing. Like, it's when I get the train back from London after work, and it's loud, and there's like rude men, proper naughty boys on there, like, and the other businessmen, they're having their lunch and their dinners and pretending to work because they think they're super important. It's annoying. It's loud. It's just irritable. Whereas in Japan, like, it's quiet, it's peaceful, and it's respectful.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, to be fair, that does sound good.
And Japanese food is...
But you're not allowed to talk to, like, the person you're with either, are you? Like, if you're sat opposite somebody?
You could, but it has to be quiet. It'd have to be quiet.
That's just... Like, that's not free, is it? That's, like, very strict rules.
But it's respectful. Japan has rules.
Respectful to who? Like,
everyone around you.
I would say that's damaging to your... personal relationships if you can't talk to them and express yourself the way you want to.
Oh yeah, but again, Japanese people aren't very expressive.
That's true.
Again, which is why you'll fit in like a house on fire.
Yeah. No, when I get like if somebody was to show me like a bad retention graph, just a picture. Like if some random Japanese guy was to sit opposite me and have a slideshow printout of a poor retention graph and the really bad thumbnail, like I'm shouting, like that's not okay.
So I've got a few here for you. They're just rules in public conduct in Japan. Be quiet on public transport. Queue properly. Do not eat while walking.
Yeah, again.
I've told you that one before.
Yeah.
Do not eat or drink while walking.
That sucks.
I think it's great. Carry your trash and dispose of your trash properly, or carry it with you until you find a bin.
But what if you've got a Quavers wrapper and
You carry it, you hold on to it.
But what if you're driving? Like, you just chuck it out the window?
No, you don't. Oh my God, you do not. You don't do that in the UK, let alone out.
Should I not do that?
Yeah, like in Japan, you carry it and they've got like 7 different bins out there for all the different types of recycling and everything.
That's
it's great.
mental.
Social and financial etiquette, so no tipping.
What?
Yeah, no tipping.
What if you want to show somebody gratitude?
Oh,
for
it's
hard
disrespectful
work?
to tip. Because
How do you show
providing a good service to them is just expected. That's what they are expected. So if you go out for a meal, it's honourable for them. They will feel a deep sense of pride and honour to give you their best service. Tipping would be considered rude because it's like they don't do it for the tips. They're not doing it for the tips. They're doing it for the pride of doing it.
But how do you help them better their lives? Surely money helps them better their lives.
No, you don't tip. You use a tray for money. So you put the cash down in there and they'll pick it up.
So there's no like handshakes with like an extra tenner and...
Avoid public displays of affection.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That should be a law.
Obviously the normal like remove shoes and stuff when you walk in the house.
I thought you had to wear slippers.
Yeah, slippers are fine, but you remove outdoor shoes. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Don't blow your nose in public.
What? What? That's stupid. What if you got a cold? You just wouldn't go out.
Yeah. You go to a private area or bathroom or something.
That's mental.
Yeah.
So they just don't want sick people travelling, basically.
Well, like I said, Japan has so many unspoken rules that it's
That's
great. I
wild.
love Japan, dude. It's great.
I wouldn't like to be ill if that's the case. Can't blow your nose in public. That just seems ridiculous. That's too far. Like the quiet on a train, I can sort of understand. But if you're ill, like you need to blow your nose. It's healthy,
Nah,
you know.
nah. You swallow it. It's honourable.
How you get a brain abscess?
Yeah, so we learned a little bit about Japanese culture there, Will.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it is. See, this is what happens when you travel. You learn so much culture.
I'd rather be ignorant.
No, don't be British.
No, I'm not. Like I always try and learn the language or bits wherever I go. I have been warned that in Prague that's not a good idea
To what?
to learn their language.
Oh, really?
They prefer just to speak English to
Oh,
you.
really?
Yeah, it's the same in France.
Yeah, in French people don't like English and English people don't like French.
I've got nothing wrong with them. It's like, you know, why would I not like you just because of where you live? That seems dumb. That seems medieval.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, when I was in Spain, obviously I know a fair bit of Spanish and everyone always spoke to me in English. I was like, fine, don't worry. I'm trying, but it's all good.
The best advert to get rid of languages in schools. Where everyone just speaks English anyway. So
Yeah. I think it's such a arrogant... I can't think of the right word to properly describe it, but for English people to not have such a push for languages in school is absurd.
It's quite entitled, isn't it?
Entitled is exactly the word I'd be looking for. Yes, exactly. Because around the world, everyone speaks English, so why should we learn another language? And, you know, it's thrown in there, like English, Spanish, German, kind of thrown in there. But no one takes it seriously, and you can drop it when you're like 14, 13.
That's what I did.
That's what I did too. I wish it didn't.
Really? I don't think I would have learnt it. I learnt more from hanging out with Spanish people than I did from going to Spain.
Like, you do, yeah.
And also, the reason why other countries speak English so well is because they're taught it from like age 2. So why wouldn't we just only employ Spanish-speaking staff for nurseries? And they will learn more in the 2 years that they're in nursery than if you do 3 years of lessons in secondary school. Because... okay, when I'm with this person, I just speak Spanish. And then when you get to primary school, you could just have like lessons where you just speak Spanish, and people only speak Spanish to you. It's like, that's great. That's how you actually learn.
Yeah.
You don't
so
learn
true.
by dormitorio. It's like, come on, miss, you have no idea what you're talking about.
It is true. When I was in Costa Rica, obviously I worked at that restaurant. I learned so much at that time because I had to.
Yeah.
The menus were in Spanish. The till system was in Spanish, so I had to learn Spanish. Like, it was great. I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So now when I go to a restaurant, I'm fine because I'm like, I know everything.
What's fork?
Fork, telador,
Telador.
tenador,
And what about knife?
knife. That I can't actually remember. I think that one's a really difficult one.
El knife.
El nife. Let's see. Cuchillo.
Cuchillo. So it's
Tenador.
tenedor.
Yeah.
Tenedor. And
Yeah.
cuchillo.
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 Yeah.
Interesting. There's something I'll forget until I hesitate. And
You want
And
spoon
now
as well, so you can have the whole one.
yeah.
Cuchara.
Cuchara.
Right.
Nice.
I'm gonna write
That's
down
the
our
Spanish lesson
our
done.
word. Yeah. Okay, I've written down my words. So, Will, we've had a very good discussion
Yeah.
today about just prompts that we can help to understand ourselves better. Let's go through them. So we had if my younger self could see me now, what would they recognize and what would break their heart? Deep, thought-provoking, interesting. What am I avoiding by staying busy? A little too insightful, one might say. Which emotions do I label as wrong? And who taught me to do that? Anyone jump out at you?
What was the second one again?
What am I avoiding by
Yeah.
staying busy?
That's it.
I thought that one was really good. That's one I'd recommend for everyone to look into because it can really sort of poke you inwards
And mess you up.
and mess you up. But that's in the best way possible, mess you up. But I think the one that really strikes home is if my younger self could see me now, what would they recognize and what would break their heart? Because it's so hard to ever look back on decisions made and go, oh, that was the right thing, that was the wrong thing. But if you judge it by maybe where you think you would have been or how your younger self would view yourself, I think that would give you a really cool insight.
Definitely.
So, Will, I've got my word.
Yeah.
What is it?
Gherkin.
No. Fork.
Oh, it was topical. I almost went for something topical.
I
I was going to
know.
go like Spain or Spanish or something like that.
But no, you didn't. You went gherkin.